On September 15th at 2 a.m., the sheriff's department was called by a concerned citizen who witnessed a couple arguing in front of two children. The family appeared to be living in their minivan. When the first deputy arrived on the scene, he found two intoxicated adults, drugs, alcohol, and two terrified children who were dirty, tired, and hungry. The oldest was 9, a sweet girl who was holding her 18-month-old half-sister. As another officer pulled in, the preteen hid by a dumpster with her sister, and she witnessed her parents being separated and then arrested. She felt the desperation rise in her chest as she peeked around the metal container to see her parents being placed in the back of the police car. The 9-year-old took a deep breath as she looked around and tears filled her eyes. Silently, she began to cry and allowed the tears to roll off her cheek. She wiped them with the back of her dirty hand. Determined not to give in to fear, she stood up. She saw a black trash bag out of the corner of her eye and her favorite doll, a blanket her grandmother gave her, and a single book her teacher gave her last year. She picked up the dirty trash bag off the ground and began to gather her most prized possessions. Her eyes continued to drift around at items in the van: empty alcohol bottles, food wrappers, empty chip bags, dirty sleeping bags, rolled up sweatshirts they used as pillows, baby bottles with spoiled milk, dirty diapers, cigarette butts, and a baseball bat that the mom had used to protect herself. The preteen froze, so unsure of what was going to happen next. Her heart raced. She looked around. She started thinking, could she run? Should she run away? Was she better off on her own? What about her sister? Hi, Olivia. I'm Officer Elizabeth, and I'm going to take you someplace a little more safe tonight. Who's this? The officer asked. Olivia responded with barely a whisper. Sissy. The officer picked up her baby sister. Olivia, grabbing the trash bag, hesitantly followed the officer and got into the car. A few moments later, the police car pulled into a parking lot at a plain-looking building. As they parked, she could see words on the side of the building that read, Spartanburg County Department of Social Services. With a baby on one hip and a black trash bag with few earthly possessions in the other, Olivia followed the officer to the building. When they stepped onto the sidewalk, another woman opened the door. After the women exchanged pleasantries, the lady said, Hi, Olivia. My name is Aaron, and I'm going to help you tonight. Are you hungry? Let's get you something to eat. Without a word, Olivia squeezed her sister tighter, swallowed hard, and took a step into the building. She followed this new lady through a maze of hallways that ended in a large room of cubicles. As she walked around, she pondered, what is this place? Is this like jail for kids? Are we going to be locked in this building? Do my parents know where I am? Can they find me? When will they be here to get us? Aaron asked her to wait just a minute as she sorted through some paperwork on her desk and made a phone call and stepped away. The lady returned with juice boxes and packs of animal crackers, setting them on the desk. She also carried a pack of baby wipes, a clean diaper, and a clean t-shirt for the toddler. She pointed to a spot where they could sit on the floor for their snack. As they started their snacks, the lady worked quietly nearby. Phone call after phone call, they all seemed to run together. Both girls were asleep in moments. Wake up, sweetie. You have to wake up. It's time to go, the lady exclaimed. Aaron helped them get loaded into a small SUV and turned on the radio as they drove through the dark city. They pulled into the driveway of a brick 2-story house with a porch light on. A man and a woman opened the door and walked toward the car. They are in pajamas and look really sleepy, but they smile and try to hide their yawns. As Olivia makes her way toward the house looking around confused, the lady gets back in her SUV and starts to leave. Wait! Where is my mom? Olivia shrieked. The couple looks at each other and then squat down, right there on the front stoop. Olivia? I'm Nancy, and this is John. We are your new foster parents. You are going to stay with us for a little while. Come on in. I'll show you your room. the woman explained, too exhausted to even think of more questions, much less use her voice to ask them. She followed John, Nancy, and Sissy into the house and down the hall to a bedroom. It was pretty. A twin bed with a colorful quilt-style blanket. The pink and purple hearts stand out the most. There is a small bookshelf with dozens of books and a soft lamp. On the other side of the room, a crib is ready for Sissy. Olivia lets out a breath. She hadn't even realized she had been holding in. They can sleep. They are together. Everything will be okay. The woman leaves the room, leaving the door slightly open so Olivia can see a crack of light coming from the bathroom in the hallway. As her eyes adjust, she looks around. Her mind is wide awake now. She slips quietly out of bed to check on Sissy. What is this place, she thought. Yawning, she remembered that she should probably get back in bed, in case the lady came back. A book caught Olivia's eye. In Our Home. She picked it up and sat on the edge of the bed. In our home, you are safe. You are loved. You are wanted. Good morning, Olivia. It's time to wake up, Nancy encouraged. After a shower, a quick breakfast, and meeting the other 3 children, the lady loaded up the minivan with all 5 children and headed out to run errands. As they drove across town, Olivia surprised herself by talking a little bit. She couldn't really open up or share her thoughts, her fears, or her questions, but she could ask what the dogs' names were, and if they had a TV at their house, and tell them about her favorite doll. The family pulled up to a small strip of buildings that looked like offices or something. This isn't like any store she had ever seen before. She felt her shyness overtake her again as she got out of the car and made her way to the door. A sweet, tall, blonde lady opened the door to welcome them inside. Welcome to P.S. I Love You. We are so glad you came to see us today. We are going to make sure you have everything you need, okay? She said with a warm smile. Olivia put her head down. I don't have any money to pay for this, and these strangers aren't going to buy me anything, she thought. But she followed them into the boutique, where a few other ladies gathered with big smiles and kind faces. How much does this cost? Olivia wondered aloud. Sweetheart, you don't have to pay anything. All of this has already been paid for you. We have lots of friends who provide all these things for you for free. We want you to know that you are loved and valued, one of the ladies explained. Olivia asked with big eyes, Can I get a shirt with a unicorn? You can pick out whatever you'd like. We're going to pick out 8 outfits and 2 dresses and then shoes and toys, another helper said. The P.S. I Love You staff went to work, quickly picking out clothes for each of the girls' sizes. They talked about her favorite color and what style of clothes she liked. Olivia went to the dressing room to try a few things on. Then her gaze turned to the wall of care bags. She lifted a purple book bag with hearts and unicorns all over it off the shelf. The lady noticed her and immediately said, Do you like this one? It is full of items for you. Toiletries, a blanket, some small toys, hair supplies, and a Bible. She overheard that the tall lady's name was Kay before the helper scooted away to get a bag for Sissy too. Olivia, fueled by curiosity, asked, Excuse me, Miss Kay? Why are you doing all this? She responded, Sweet girl, God has supplied all the things here at P.S. I Love You, and we are able to share the hope of Jesus with many children in foster care. Olivia, we want you to always remember this. God will never leave you nor forsake you. He is always watching over you, and He has big plans for you, sweet girl. Jeremiah 29:11 says, For I know the plans I have for you, says the Lord. They are plans for good and not for disaster, to give you a future and a hope.